Hi everybody, Kirsten here, and I have a book talk for you today. I know it's been a while, and I apologize, so let's just get right to it. Last week, I received an email through my YouTube channel asking if I would like to read a book in exchange for a booktube review, and obviously I said yes, because I'm never going to turn down a book. And I'm really glad that I did say yes, because I absolutely love this book. That book is Ignite by Lily Paradis. I'm really hoping that a lot of you will go out and get this book and read it because it is now one of my favorite new adult contemporary books. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with what the new adult genre is, it is for main characters that are in between the age bracket of 18 and 25. They're generally dealing with a lot of heavier issues that come with college, living on their own, new jobs, all of that. A lot of those kinds of things that really aren't encompassed in the adult fiction genre and the YA genre. So it's just kind of like a new genre that's popped up recently, and I'm really glad that it's there. If you do love YA contemporaries, definitely still check this book out because it does have a lot of YA themes to it, and I think it's just a really good story for everyone to read. It's a little bit of something for everybody. So let's just go ahead and get into this book real fast. So our main character, Lauren Lindsay, great name. She is turning 21, and while she's at the DMV getting her new license, she runs into a handsome young man named Dean Powell. Also a great name. Dean Powell is such a great name. Love it. Anyways, so she doesn't get his name or anything, but they run into each other. Obviously, there's attraction, all of that. So she gets a phone call while she's at the DMV for her Uncle Jed, and there's been an emergency. So she needs to come over to her old stepmom's house. So her father passed away when she was a teenager, and her stepmother has 3 children, and she was never really a part of that family. She chose not to be, but she goes to their house anyway, and she finds out that the stepmother has passed away, and she, in her will, has left the guardianship of her 3 children to Lauren. And that is huge. I mean, that is a huge bomb to drop on anybody, not just a 21-year-old. And she had no idea. So she has to decide whether or not she is going to be the guardian of these 3 children, or if she's going to throw them into foster care and live her own life. It's pretty much what this book is about, deciding whether or not she wants to be a part of this family. And a lot of things are uncovered throughout the book. There's a lot of twists and a lot of turns. While she is with this family and trying to figure everything out, she runs into Dean Powell again because he is actually a family friend and lives down the street. So there's a lot that goes on with that romance between the two of them, and it's really great. And I have to say that Dean Powell is now one of my favorite book boys, and I am so glad for it because he's really great. I don't know if it's the mom in me, but he loves kids, and like he loves helping take care of these kids, and I love that. I love a man that likes to take care of kids. But anyways, so the reason why I loved this book so much wasn't just because of the romance aspect or Dean Powell or just Lauren Lindsay. The reason why I love this book is because it talks about family and how it changes and how you can change it yourself, and the character development of not only our main character, but the children that she's taking care of. It also takes into account that although we do not have a choice to the family that we are born into, we do have a choice about the family that we make for ourselves. So the dynamic of this family coming together is just so heartwarming, but heartbreaking at the same time, because having to deal with that kind of a loss and then being thrust into a situation that's unfamiliar to everyone is always hard. And I really love that this book went there, and it went through the hardships. And it also talks about Lauren being thrust into this guardianship, but wanting to be 21 still, wanting to stay in school, wanting to do all of these things to help better herself, not just better for the children. So that's great because she still gets to be 21 and do all the things that 21-year-olds do, but still work on being a guardian to these kids. Which, if you're a parent, that is something that we struggle with. I know I struggle with day to day. I know that I am responsible for another person, and it's really easy to get lost in that other person and to forget about myself. So that's something that as parents we all struggle with, trying to maintain who we are while still being a parent. So it deals with a lot of that, and I really loved it. And I do think a lot of people will love it because there's so many different facets of the story for all different kinds of readers. And there is going to be a companion novel from Dean Powell's point of view called Arclight, and I'm really excited and looking forward to that. And I can't wait to see what other books that she comes out with because I really enjoyed this. Everybody, thank you for being patient for me being gone forever. And check this book out. You should. It's great. And so thank you, everybody, and I will see you next time.